Alright, hi everybody, it's Bankai 922. Okay, today I was flooded with messages, apparently. For two reasons. Both reasons are for Attack on Titan. One is that the chapter came out and I read it and I was like, holy yeah, what just happened here? A lot of good things to go into with that. I just read it and I was like, whoa. But that's going to come out later, that review, because I'm waiting for Manga Stream. I just figured I'd read from Manga Stream. If the Manga Stream never comes, then I'll just, do the review of that. The second reason is this blockbuster news about Asayama. He did a interview with this guy. And in the interview, and I was looking at the comment section at this one website, a lot of people were losing their minds. A lot of people were saying, oh, this is bullshit. A lot of people are pissed off. In the interview, Asayama basically states, and I'll read the interview bit by bit for you guys in a moment. In the interview, he basically is saying that he was going to do this ending. And he said that he wasn't going to do it in this interview. The original ending for Attack on Titan that he had planned, he scrapped. This ending was supposed to be dramatic and everyone dies, supposedly. He says he read the book. I don't know, he read the book of Stephen King, but apparently he did. He read the Stephen King's novel, The Mist. According to in the article. Supposedly in the book The Mist, everyone dies at the end. Supposedly. I don't know. I haven't read the book The Mist. I've seen the movie, but I haven't read the book. So yeah, that's basically what was said in this interview. What wasn't said was, he basically said that he was stumped in the way the interview went on what ending he wants to do with the show. He's lost. And he basically says at the end of the interview to the guy, I'm lost, aren't I? So let me read the article. I'm going to read you guys the interview article. I will put in the description below a link to the article of, well, it's not an article, it's a forum of the bit of the, it tells you the bit of the interview. Bit of the interview. So I'm going to read it to you guys right now. And the guy wrote, here's a portion of the interview. And it says, Hajime Asayama dumping his shocking ending idea and is lost with how to end the series. Now, here's the thing. It's not that he's going to go, oh, he's going to do a shonen cliche ending now. That's not what was stated. What was stated is he's at a loss of how he wants to end the series. So he doesn't know what the ending's going to be. I thought I should make that clear before I continue on this video. So this is how the interview went. The interviewer is asking him, the ending you've said publicly that you had a specific ending for Shingeki Invasion from the start. You're wavering with regard to that? And then Asayama says, the plot is pretty loose. There have been new elements added and some characters have come to light in a real unexpected way. That part of the interview, what he means is, I think he's talking about certain characters like Sasha and Historia. Oh, by the way, if people who are anime-only watchers, don't watch this video. Don't watch it. Anyway, that's what he's probably talking about. So the interviewer guy is saying, oh, so the story came to life on its own and may now get a different ending to the one you had planned from the start. And he says, right. And the interviewer's like, that's a huge change. I read all your interviews to date, and I came to think you had some unbelievable, dramatic, mega ending all planned out. And this is what Asayama says, specifically. I am at a loss with respect to that. At first, it was going to be a dramatic ending, like in the movie Mist, where everyone dies. I wanted to do something like that. Looking at all the fans who have come to support Shingeki by way of the anime, doing a criminal thing like that to them is just not something I can do. So I can't really think that was what I really wanted in the first place. And the interviewer says, "Oh," and he says, this is what he finishes off Asayama with the interview saying, "I'm really lost, aren't I?" And that's the end of the interview. Now, in the comment section of this website, people are like chirping, saying, one guy said, "Oh, it went from it's going to be a 9 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. This is horrible." And I'm like, all right, I understand your gripe. I understand. But first of all, these people complaining, stop. He didn't say how he's going to end it. You don't know how he's going to end it. He just says he's lost right now. That's my thoughts on it. He didn't say anything. All he said was, as of right now, he is lost on how to end it, and that is it. And from what I understand, the whole movie, I never read Mist. The Mist. This is Stephen King's novel. I never read it, but I guess they all die in the end. I mean, when I went to see the, I think I see the movie of The Mist. That was with what's his face, the guy who played Punisher. He was in that movie. And yeah, in the movie, kind of they die. And that's the kind of ending he wanted to do. So, and my thoughts on this thing is this. Listen. To some extent, when a series gets popular, this is what happens. This happens not just in manga and anime. This happens in music, in movies, elsewhere. When something gets popular, it gets mainstream. A lot of people start reading it. And then it gets something. For example, as we know, this became an anime. And a lot of anime people were like, "Oh, Attack on Titan, this is great. Let me start reading the manga." You know, these people who haven't been reading it from the beginning. And it got popular. We all know this. This is what happened. Same, I don't want to bring this up, but the same could be said for like music. For example, I'm going to reference a metal band, Metallica. In the beginning, Metallica had, Ride of Lightning and all those albums. And then when they went mainstream, like they came out with some of those, when they cut their hair and shit and they came mainstream, a lot of the old fans were like, they got a little pissed. And they're like, "What's this?" I mean, it happens. This is what happens when things go mainstream. People change their image and so on and so forth. Now, that's beside the point. Overall, this is what I have to say. To people who are complaining about this, he hasn't finished the fucking manga. Just because he said that he's not going with this ending, you're all complaining about it? I say this. If you are complaining about it, get out. That's the way I look at it. And let's try not to hate me, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get like 1,000 dislikes, and people are going to say, the way I look at it is this. I say, wait and see. This isn't Naruto. This isn't Bleach. This isn't, this is an ongoing series, Attack on Titan. 20 volumes. That is the length of other interesting mangas like 20th Century Boys. Almost the length of All Parts Hunter. Well, actually, I think it's a little bit long in All Parts Hunter. So, yeah, it's not going to be an ongoing series. But overall, I say this: I don't hate it. I would have hated it if he had said, see, he's lost. He doesn't know what to do. Personally, I mean, here's the thing. We don't know. No one knows what's going to happen to Attack on Titan. You don't know what's going to happen. You know how it's going to end. I don't know how it's going to end. But personally, I like the show. I'm sorry. And if everyone's pissed off about it, go be pissed off about it. I mean, I say wait and see. The fact that he had that kind of ending in that idea, I could see that. I could see that, and if he had pulled it off, that would have been unbelievable. But at the end of the day, and listen, anyone who starts going ballistic in the comment section, relax, you know? But this is what I say. At the end of the day, this is shonen, okay? Regardless, this is shonen, okay? Okay, if you were expecting like something different, I mean, you know, it's like ridiculous to expect that. This is shonen. This is not. You expect people to die in Attack on Titan, but the way he sounded it, the way he had that ending planned, he was gonna kill off a lot of people, a lot of people. And listen, man, you know, you'd get some huge backlash for that shit. But as of right now, don't come here and scream and rant in the comment section, please. Let's try to be civil. I'm gonna wait and see. Let's see what happens. He's only up to volume 12. Like volume 12, 13, 14, around there. He's not even up to 20 yet. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going on. So, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and chill out. That's what I say. Especially the people who I was looking on that web. And yeah, I'll post the website. You know, if you guys can go check it out. It's just ridiculous. People will come. I'm like, well, here's an idea. Why, if you have a problem with that, why don't you go read Naruto? Yeah, go read that. Well, go read Naruto or some other show that apparently, is ongoing. And if you don't like where he thinks it's going to end, I mean, this is work. Come on, And like I said, anyone who starts bullshit in the comment section, you will be reprimanded. But overall, I say it's the jury is still out, way still out. We've only reached the half mark, the half mile mark, the halfway point of Attack on Titan, and we're like a few volumes. Well, in Japan is a few, like 1 or 2 volumes ahead of the half mark point. So halfway point. So we do not know what he's planning yet. I mean, if it's gonna end like, whatever. I mean, if it ends shonen-esque, and it's like those happy-go-lucky endings, all right. But, I mean, if it's a concrete ending, and it's very happy, I mean, I will be upset to a tad bit. It depends, though, who's left. That's another thing. Because, I mean, I just read the recent chapter, and there were some pretty interesting things going on in there. So, I say, hold your horses, give Attack on Titan a chance. I think still it's going to be a good manga. Maybe not the greatest manga of all time, but a good one, at least. And stop. And if you don't like it, just jump off, man. Jump off. No one's forcing you to read it. Duh. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. I'm thinking about doing something interesting. Kentaro Miura came out with his new manga. First chapter. I'm thinking of reviewing it. Not on this channel, though. Times of Darkness. It's a possibility. You wait and see. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Bankai 922. See you guys later. And I will see how Attack on Titan ends eventually. It's a 3-year plan. 2 or 3 years. That's the story. I mean, I will probably read Asayama's next work. I will probably read it. Because I like his art style. I really do. And I want to see what he can come up with next. Yeah. yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. Bankai 922, see you guys later. The chapter will be reviewed. I'll wait like 1 or 2 days for Manga Stream. Manga Stream doesn't come out with a translation, then I will do this one. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Peace.